12 weeks, I think the CDC recommends 0.5 to 1% of weight loss throughout the course of like just while you're trying to lose weight. I pushed it a little bit, got to 19%, which was just like way overkill. I think I shot my metabolism just all to hell. And then I was also like, since then, I was like, okay, here's how it's going to go. We're going to finish the challenge. We talked about it. We're like, we're going to keep going with like, kind of like you said, like a lower key challenge after the fact. I didn't really do anything other than just walk a lot and just increasingly eat less and less throughout the challenge. And that's what I did.
I
Uh,
like
so
I like how you gathered the CDC recommendations and then just started a fire in your yard and just set fire to any sort of this is maybe a guideline on what you should do. I'm pretty sure your statistics are like record breaking and should be in a world record book somewhere.
the day that I finished the challenge, I got up, I went to Wendy's and got like Wendy's breakfast. Then I drove like across Tennessee to get a large pepperoni and mushroom pizza from this one place I like in East Nashville, and a stromboli, and I ate some of the pizza on the way back driving to my house. And then I think that night I got Taco Bell. Like, it's crazy. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, like, probably 5 to 6% might already be back on at this point, just because I went nuts. And even during the challenge, I started to get like a little crazy. And the one demon that I would hope to slay over the course of this was my evil counterpart, Nighttime Seth, who comes out at 10 p.m. and just goes crazy, right? So that was like the goal. It's like, man, you get that guy to go to bed, you're fine. You're fine. Well, turns out if you like keep your calories to like 1,200 calories a day, he actually gets more powerful at night. So I had to break out my kitchen safes, right? Those clear plastic bins that have like a timer lock on it, where you just had to break those out again, take them out of the garage, clean them out. And I got into like protein bars, right? It's like the one middle ground. So I was like, okay, we can't completely annihilate this man. So we have to negotiate with the terrorist, and we have to give him a little bit, just contain him. So that was the only thing that I could do, was like contain him by eating something that mimicked something tasty, but it was like had a lot of protein. So there was like some sort of like sustenance in there. So like that was the one thing that kept me going. But I still, nighttime eating, I still have not conquered that particular bad habit.
Oh, that's the worst. That's my problem too. It's like all day long. Some of it could be I'm just busy. So it's really easy not to eat during the day. But then, you know, my family usually has dinner between 5 and 6 p.m. And then I'm usually still awake at 10 p.m. and it's like 10 p.m. hits and it's the hungriest I've ever been in my life. And it's like last night, here's a good example yesterday. I ate a late lunch and ate a filling lunch and I was not hungry. And then last night it's like 10 o'clock hits and it's like, just go to bed. It's time to go to bed. Everybody's asleep. Just go to bed. And I was like, maybe I'll have some peanut butter and a cracker. I'll have a spoon of peanut butter on a cracker.
A cracker.
Yeah. And that turned into four more and then yogurt and fruit. I did do good. I stayed off the sweets, but still, I mean, you know, I could have gone to bed and I probably ate a good 800 calories in peanut butter and yogurt last night before I went to bed.
I had to put I just had to stop buying nut butters. Like I was like, oh, that's a cool thing. But you can't, like, you have to weigh it. You have to like weigh it out and put it on a scale and then lock the rest of it up if you're crazy like I am. So it's like that's not really a viable strategy long term. So it was just like, okay, no more nut butters throughout the duration of this challenge because I will just crush a jar of peanut butter and I'll get like really sick. Like it's like when your dog like goes and eats grass and you're like, you're going to get sick. And then he throws up. And so, yeah, like that's what I do at night. And
You
then,
know
I
what?
mean, okay,
You know what job I'm currently applying for is the guy who puts nutrition facts, like the guy who like crunches the numbers and like is like the marketing strategy for nutrition facts. Because the other day I got a pint of Bluebell ice cream. It was like out on our little break, our little hiatus, which I should have never done. I mean, it's like a crack addict. It's like, I've been clean for 12 weeks. And they're like, okay, the next sobriety starts in 2 weeks. You want to have a little crack? And it's like, what? But I've just gotten off of crack. It's a little bit. It's just a little bit. It's a cheat. It's a cheat day. You want to have some cake and ice cream on your cheat day, you little crack addict? So that was a terrible idea that I did that. But anyway, on this Bluebell ice cream, it's like it's a pint of ice cream. And I see the nutrition facts and I see it's like 200 calories or something. It's like, come on, that's not bad. I'll have a little 200 calorie ice cream. And then now they did put a column right beside it, which I'm sure, you know, some some Nancy from the government was like some Karen, some governmental Karen was like, um, ice cream people, you can't put 1/10 of the pint of ice cream as their nutrition facts. That's extremely misleading. So, like right beside it, it had now this side's for Josh. Hey, fatty, I know you're gonna eat the whole pint. So let me show you what it really is. And it was like 5 times what the first column was. It was like, who buys a pint of ice cream and eats a fifth of the ice cream? So anyway, that's what I want to be. My next job is strategic nutrition fact, um, at multiplying a division to come up with nutrition facts that seem like it's okay to eat candy bars and ice cream.
it is great that they put nutrition facts on ice cream. It's just like what. Thank you for the heads up that this is 200 calories or 1,600 calories. That was going to be the difference maker for me. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to eat this pint of Ben and Jerry's, but now that I know that it's half my daily caloric intake, I think I'm good to go.
It's turned around and made me mad because now I know the truth in Ben and Jerry's. Have you?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
want to
yeah.
get anybody in trouble here, and I don't want to kill Ben and Jerry's for anybody. By the way, I love Ben and Jerry's; it's delicious.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But do not read those nutrition facts. Those
No.
are crazy. It's a reason why. There's a reason why Ben and Jerry's tastes better than everybody else.
Totally. So I used to hear this story that I don't know, Ben or Jerry, one of the two, that they were like that their taste buds are like muted or something. Like they didn't know that, but like they don't taste the full thing that everyone else tastes or something. I don't know if any of this is true. I could just be totally making this up. But like the reason that they just stuff everything in the world in the pint of Ben and Jerry's is because the guy had to taste it. So it was like, I can't taste it. And then they finally got it to a point. Whatever it is, that's my jam. That's what I'm doing. And
Yes.
yes, it's insane. It's
Yes.
insane, but that's the reason I like it. If I eat a non Ben and Jerry's ice cream, it's like I don't need stretches without a chunk of something. I need a chunk of something in every bite that I have of my ice cream, and Ben and Jerry's can do that for me. And you're right. It's just like, but I'm not. I like if I'm doing that, it's like, well, today's a lost cause. It's definitely
Yes.
one of those I'll get started tomorrow foods. That's what Ben and Jerry's is for me.
Yes, to Ben and or Jerry, don't stop what you're doing. But I just wish I hadn't have ever read the facts. It's like when you found out cigarettes aren't good for you. It's like, shoot.
Like, how old were you when you learned that lesson? You were like 24, 25, and be like, really?
This is the first I'm hearing of this. Good thing there's a Surgeon General's warning.
So the most embarrassing story, I think the one that my wife is the most crazy about is the story where I'm just sitting around starving because that's what I did for 12 weeks, just sitting around being hungry, and I like she is pregnant, so meanwhile there's like two opposite things happening at our house, right? It's like whatever you got and then like just nothing. And then so I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of like smelling the foods that she gets, and sometimes Uber Eats will bring them or she'll go out, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I know McDonald's fries when I smell McDonald's fries. And she had kind of been on a little McDonald's kick. So I was just like, and I was like, I'm getting pretty good too. Like if I can smell not just the fry, but the restaurant that they come from. So I was like, yeah, what'd you get at McDonald's? Long pause. Is like, nothing, nothing at McDonald's, nothing anywhere. What are you smelling? And I told her, I was like, I'm smelling your McDonald's fries. I thought I've caught her, you know? Turns out she was like, well, I don't have McDonald's fries, but I just put out kibble for the dogs. And then throughout the rest of the challenge, I swear I would smell it and be like, McDonald's fries. And then I'd have to be like, that's kibble. That's kibble. Don't say it out loud. But she would even catch me. It's like when you see a dog like smelling something in the air and their nose kind of like twitches side to side. Like I stopped verbalizing it because I didn't want to be mocked. But I would also like I would just be sitting there and she could like see my nose like doing the thing, and she's like, kibble. So like I couldn't escape it. I couldn't escape it. It's I think it's a good example of like of the lengths that we went to to succeed in this challenge.
I see your wife in like Chris Pratt mode from Parks and Rec, and they've got a camera on you, and he's like gathered everybody from the office. He's like, "Come watch what happens when I put out this dog food." They're all watching you like look up at the ceiling and look around, and your nose twitching. He's like, "See, he thinks I've got French fries."
Dude, she puts out Purina, and all of a sudden I'm like Fred Flintstone, where he like smells the pie and like goes kind of like floating through the air. That's me. It was absolutely intense. And I look, I don't know. I'm not saying I tried the kibble. I'm just saying when it smells that good, it crosses your mind.
So, but you didn't try it?
No, no, no. We'll talk about that some other time.